Okay, we're on lesson 114. First direction says draw a 10-centimeter line segment. So line the first measuring line up with your dot, and 10 centimeters is all the way out here. Connect. There you go. Measure this line segment using centimeters. So we're going to use our centimeter side again. First measuring mark lined up with a dot, and this one is exactly 9 centimeters. Number 1 says there are 124 children in grade 1, 147 children in grade 2, and 119 children in grade 3. Which grade has the most children? Which grade has the fewest children? And then we're going to put the names of the grades in order from the most to the fewest. We'll get to that one later. So let's find the one with the most. There were 124 children in grade 1. So grade 1 had 124. 147 children in grade 2. So 147 in grade 2. And 119 children in grade 3. So are those 3 numbers I highlighted, which one has the most? 124, 147, 119. 147 is the biggest number, isn't it? So the question is, which grade has the most children? So which grade is this? 147 children in grade 2. Which grade has the fewest children? So 124, 147, 119. Which is the fewest of those 3? 119, right? But again, it asks which grade has the fewest. So which grade is this? Grade 3. Now, the next question says, write the names of the grades in order from the one that has the most, so we're going to start with the most, to the one that has the fewest. So this will be the most, middle, and the fewest. Well, we already figured out 2 of those answers, and then we put the third one in the middle, right? So which one had the most? Grade 2. Which one had the fewest? Grade 3. And what was the one that was left? 124 children in grade 1. Number 2. I have 4 dimes, 3 nickels, and 7 pennies. Draw the coins. How much money do I have? Write it 2 ways. So, because we have to count it up later, the 4 dimes, what's a dime worth again? Dime's worth 10, right? Nickel is worth 5, and penny's worth 1. You have a page in your math journal if those, if you have a hard time remembering those, you have a coins page. Now, 4 dimes. So instead of putting a D on there, I'm going to actually put a circle with a 10 because later on I have to add these up. So I'm going to do 4 of those. 10, 10, 10. Okay, there's my 4 dimes. I need 3 nickels. So I'm going to do 1 nickel, 2 nickel, 3 nickels. And I need 7 pennies. They do not give us a lot of room, do they? Okay, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we went out a little bit, that's fine. If they give you a lot of writing or drawing to do on side B and you can't fit it in, that's fine. Just get your answers down here and fit what you can up here. Now, how much money do I have? Let's figure this out. And then we have to write it 2 ways. So let's count by tens first. 10, 20, 30, 40. Now I'm going to start counting by fives. 40 and 5 more is 45, 50, 55. Now I'm going to start with 55 and I'm going to start counting by ones. 55 and 1 more is 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. So 2 different ways I could write 62 cents. The easiest way, or the way I think of first, is a 62 with a cent sign, right? That's the way we learn first. Now we've also learned this year that we can do $sign and decimal point, right? So I don't have to, but I can show that I have $0 and 62 cents. The cents comes after the decimal point, the dollars comes before, and the decimal point is always paired up with a $sign. Okay, the trickiest part is figuring out how to do this. Now, if it's too hard to start counting and changing the way we count as you go through the coins, then the other strategy I want you to use is this. I want you to do how much there is in dimes, so 10, 20, 30, 40, and if you don't have room like I don't have room, we can do it over here. 40 plus, now let's count the nickels, 5, 10, 15, making sure we line up on this side, and count the pennies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the 7 is lined up on this side too, right? Because if I put it in the tens column, then it's 70 and not 7. And then we add 7 plus 5 is 12. 4 plus 1 plus 1 is 6. So I get the same amount if I do it that way. And for now, this might be the way to do it. Later on, this might be the way to do it where I was counting like that. Okay? You have 2 choices there. They both get you a correct answer. So, measure each side of the rectangle in problem 2 using centimeters. And then we're going to find the perimeter. Now remember what perimeter is. Perimeter is the fence around the yard, right? So if we're measuring the fence around the yard, we measure all 4 sides, or however many sides your shape has. So let's measure first using centimeters. Line up the first measuring line with this edge, and I can see that this is 8 centimeters. And 2 centimeters. Kind of write it over to the side so I don't get in the way of my pennies. Now, if you have a rectangle, then you don't have to measure 2 sides because you already know that this side and this side are exactly the same. And this side and this side are exactly the same. So, to figure out the perimeter, what do? Add up what? Add up all the sides, right? So we have 8 plus 2 plus 8 plus 2. So as many sides as I have on my shape, that's how many numbers I should be adding up. And don't forget we're using centimeters, right? So that's going to be our label. So 8 plus 2 is 10, plus 8 plus 2 is another 10, right? This is 10, this is 10. What's the perimeter? 10 plus 10 is 20, and the measurement is centimeters. And cm is the way we abbreviate centimeters. Fill in a number to make each number to make each number sentence true. So something is smaller than 6. Or you could say 6 is greater than something. So what's something smaller than 6? You have lots of choices there. How about 5? 5 is smaller than 6, right? You could also go with 4 or 3 or 2 or 1 or 0 or even negative numbers. 13. 13 is less than, I should have said that over here too. 13 is less than something. Or something is greater than 13. What's greater than 13? How about 20? 20 is greater than 13, right? Now, this one has an equal sign in the middle. We always look for the comparison symbol first because it kind of hides in the middle of a longer problem like this. So 4 plus 7 is equal to 7 plus what? Well, there's a 7 on each side. And to be equal, there has to be a 4 on each side because they're both addition, right? Let's see if it's true. 7 plus 4 is 11. 7 plus 4 is 11. They are equal. Okay, we're going to read some data. The children in Ms. Quinn's class made the following graph. Write something you know about the children. So we need to find one thing that's a fact, something we know. Okay? The graph says favorite ice cream flavors. We have chocolate, we have vanilla, and we have strawberry. So, observe the graph real quick. We don't have any key or anything. Each of these circles must equal one student. So, if I were to ask you questions about the graph, I would say, what flavor was the most popular? What flavor did the most kids like? Or what flavor was the least popular? What flavor did the least kids like? Or how many kids did they ask altogether? Or how many kids like strawberry? So I think one fact that I could say about this, and you can choose a different one on the other side, is chocolate was the most popular flavor, or the most children liked chocolate. Let's put it that way. The most children liked chocolate. There you go. That is one fact that I can tell from that graph. Find the answers. Okay, number 1. They didn't give me a lot of room, so I'm going to choose to use scratch paper, and you can do the same if you need to. Number 1 is 77 plus 46. I like to do my problems vertically, and so I'm going to rewrite it this way. 7 plus 6 is 13. 7 plus 4 is 11. And one more is 12. 123. Okay, 9 plus 88. Now, I could put the 9 on top when I'm rewriting this, but to keep me from getting confused, I like to put the 2-digit number on top and the 1-digit number on the bottom. So what I mean is this. I could write it like this and still get a correct answer. Oh, sorry, forgot I was off the screen there. I could write it like this and get a correct answer. It makes the most sense to me to write it like this, okay? In addition, I could do either one of these. But I'm going to do it like this. 9 plus 8 is 17. 8 plus 1 is 9. 97. Okay, I think I can do these on the paper. So, 6 take away 7. What do you notice? Bigger bottom, gotta borrow, right? So we go to this neighbor and we borrow 1 and make it a 7. And we add that group of 10s onto the 6. So now we have 16 take away 7. 9 and 7 take away 2 is 5. Do I have a bigger bottom? No borrowing in this one. 8 take away 5 is 3. 9 take away 3 is 6. There you go. Have a great afternoon.